All right, so probably many of you are wondering with that same question and that same look on your face, why? Like, why would you stay, Mr. 4K? You know that they haven't delivered on their promises. You know that they haven't delivered on the games that they promised us, and they're still not telling us what games they're going to bring us. Uh, why would you do this? Why would you? Why would you let them charge you for something that you can play for free, like Destiny 2? Why would you make them rich? Give them that $10 a month. Why would you support them? Um, well, hopefully in this video, I'm going to try to explain myself as to why. First and foremost, guys, this is not me trying to be a quote unquote supportive guy or someone holding a flag. What this is really about, it's about me trying to see how far this service goes and how far it develops. $10 a month, for me, I can afford it. For some people, that might be a big deal, but for me, I can afford it. And look, I already invested. Here's what I want to say, guys. I have already invested into Google Stadia. I already have a bunch of games. I already bought the device. So I have already invested into this service. Clearly, as you can see, with the Red Dead Redemption 2, with Supercross 3, Mortal Kombat, Guild, Rage 2, Final Fantasy. Clearly, you know that I have purchased these games, and you know that I have invested into it. Now, some people are going to say also, but Mr. 4K, why would you invest into a service that you know damn well if they go out of business, all that money you invested, all the games that you bought, they're going to disappear? Well, that's the risk I take. Not everyone's going to take this risk. I'm not saying that you should go ahead and purchase Google Stadia. I'm not saying that you should go ahead and purchase these games. I'm not like here to tell people what to do. Please keep that in mind when you're watching this video. This is not a fanboy video, and this is not a video of me telling you what to do. It's your life. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just here letting you know my stance on the Google Stadia. I have covered both positives and negatives of Google Stadia, but I still want to see, where does it go? Which way does this service go? Okay, I want to see how well Doom Eternal is going to play. And remember, Doom Eternal is only going to be available on Google Stadia. You can't play it on GeForce Now. GeForce Now, it's something that you'll have to forget about. GeForce Now, it's going to be losing publishers, losing all those big names, big games, slowly but surely. With Google Stadia, it's not the case. With Google Stadia, you're not losing. These games aren't going anywhere. So when you purchase these games, I know as long as the service is running, I know Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be here. I know 2K20 is going to be here. I know Mortal Kombat is here. I know that these games are here. Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy. I know they're not going anywhere. Plus, Ubisoft Uplay Plus games going to be coming as well, and they're going to be tailor-made. They're going to be also tested with beta before they officially launched it for a official use with Google Stadia. There's Doom Eternal coming out next month. That's the big one. You got Cyberpunk 2077. You've got Legion coming out as well, March 6th, which is next Friday. Legion. So you got the Watch Dogs coming out. So there is stuff here that I want to see, because I already have invested. I already bite that big sandwich. back in November 21st. Okay, I already spent $150 for the Chromecast Ultra, the controller, $10 a month, sign up, bought these games. So I have already invested into this. And what's another appeal? Well, here's another appeal that I keep telling people. What I like about this service is the fact that it does support 4K and HDR. And it looks great on a 4K and HDR television. And that's, to me, a bonus. A big bonus. That I can play the games where I'm not required to have a powerful PC or a powerful CPU, powerful GPU, extra memory RAM, where I'm not forced to spend money on expensive hardware, that I can actually go ahead and play those games with a click of a button. I can play them on my television in 4K and HDR, or my 4K HDR projector, or any 4K HDR monitor, television, etc. That's a big bonus to me that I have that opportunity to do that, to play these games. On top of the fact that you can play it on your phone, Android phone, Android tablet, and of course through a browser right here, and it's very, very fast to click and play. This is from a browser. Click, good to go. Use any controller you want. Use Xbox, use PlayStation. And guys, I understand your argument. I understand your argument. You're going to say, but Mr. 4K, there's other services out there. There's PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now, you got tons of games, and it's like a Netflix of gaming. You don't have to purchase any games. And I'm like, I understand that. I completely understand that. I have PlayStation Now. I'm aware of PlayStation Now. But remember, I like to try variety. And there's something about Google, I really want to give them a chance. Guys, here's what it really comes down to. I want to give them a chance. I already supported them. I mean, even Phil Harrison highlighted my comment on November 25th, 2019, last year. November 25th, 2019. Even Phil Harrison is aware of who I am. Okay, so I feel that I should stick with the ship and see where the ship goes. Even if I'm the only captain, hey, I'll go down with the ship. So be it. Let me take one for the team. How about that? Let me take one for the team. So you don't have to. Let me take one for the team so that way you don't have to. And let me go down with the ship. If it hits the iceberg, hits the iceberg. If it goes down, it goes down. I'll go down with it. I don't care. Whatever. You know, money comes and goes. It is what it is. So let me see how far it goes. Maybe you guys will reconsider 6 months from now. You know, maybe in September, you guys will reconsider and say, hey man, there's tons of games now on Google Stadia. There's tons of stuff to play. There's tons of deals. Maybe now is the time for me to jump in on Google Stadia and resubscribe and start playing these games. So, but first I want to myself see where this service goes. Okay? And please guys, I did cover the negatives and positives. I have covered Google Stadia like nobody has done it better than me. And I don't mean to brag about it, but I have extensively covered Google Stadia. I got gazillions of videos on it. Since it launched, I've been like heavily covering it and testing it. I don't think anyone has tested Google Stadia more than me. I have done tests like ridiculously on this service. Okay? Not to mention the live streams, not to mention the games being testing how well it runs when it's being upscaled, stuff like that. I've done countless of tests, you know. And you know, here I am with a controller, guys. You know, people, there's no latency. Look, the one thing that out of this whole thing right now, out of this whole cloud gaming, the one thing that to me Google has proved is that, hey, cloud gaming, it works. It works, but it will take time. Just like I said, just like I predicted, 2031. It's not going to happen this year, guys. It's not going to happen next year. It's slowly, it's going to evolve, because this stuff will take time to negotiate with the publishers, to let the publishers know, hey, this is how you can profit money from this. This is why this is working. You can control your games and make money at the same time. It's going to take time to convince the publishers, But I believe 11 years from now, 12 years from now, I believe that everything will be on the cloud, like 2031. Fourth quarter 2031, I think you're going to have all of the services on your television, on your 8K, 12K, whatever they have in the future. And you'll be able to access whatever you want to access. Just like right now, you can access all your music, all your TV shows, all your movies. Whatever you fancy, you can search and you can access. Guys, we live in a culture. And I know, look, I'm an old geezer. I'm 41. And I know you guys are also old geezers as well who follow me. I know. We come from our ways, from our generation. But this is a new generation. This is something we'll have to adapt. Because we live in a generation where people want to have access of everything in the press of a button. When they press a button, they want to have the access. This is the kind of generation we're living in, okay? And that's what they want. And you can't change that demand. That demand will always be there. And cloud gaming will be part of it. And I hate to break it to you guys, but 12 years from now, 11 years from now, physical media will be a thing of a past. I know it's difficult for you to see that right now. But come back 12 years from now, if everything's okay, if I'm still here, knock on the wood, right? If I'm still here, but you will see if you can find this video 12 years from now. If it's still here, you'll say, hey, but this guy was right. So I want to give a Google Stadia a chance. I want to see how far it goes. And if it goes down, it goes down. It won't be the first time or the last time. I knew with the ON Live, when Steve Perlman, when he created that very first cloud gaming service, I knew deep down that this ship's gonna hit the iceberg and I'm gonna go down with it. I knew it. I accepted that fact. With Google, it might be different because Google, it's heavily invested, guys. This is not a small company. This is a big company that has resources, that has a lot of investments. And I don't think they're going to invest all this money. I don't think they're going to do all of this if they're not serious about it. I think they're serious. Okay? But it takes time, and part of me wish that they were being more honest. That's the part of me that wished that they were being more honest. But they were not being honest. And I think that's the one thing that really made them get all this backlash, because they were not being honest. If they were being honest, I think it would be a different outcome. I think people would have accepted it for what it is. But either way, it doesn't matter, guys. Like I said, I'm going to stick around with Google Stadia, see what happens. And I'll take one for the team. At least I'll be able to tell you, hey, well, this is what's going on with this service, and whether or not you should come back So I totally understand. For those of you who cancel the service, I totally understand. You wanna see what happens. You wanna wait 6 more months, come back after 6 months, and see what's going on with the service. Is it worth coming back to it? Is it worth renewing it? Remember, you can always come back. But I totally understand why some of you have canceled it. I get it. I already canceled my GeForce Now. People ask why. Because there's no way that NVIDIA is full of it. I'm sorry, but NVIDIA is full of beans. There's no way in hell that NVIDIA is going to be able to do what they're doing without being able to make some kind of deals with these publishers. It's just not going to happen, guys. It's just not going to happen. This game runs so good here on Google Stadia. And I got that yoga outfit, by the way. I know NVIDIA is saying that, oh, we'll be able to bring all these games. How are you going to bring them? How? They're not... Listen, Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, especially Blizzard, for crying out loud. They're trying to sell you World of Warcraft 3 without any enhancements for the full price. Especially Blizzard. They're not interested in charity work. They're interested in how much money can they profit. Unless you, NVIDIA, can bring them some kind of profit margin on how much they can make while having their games on your service. That's the only way. They're not going to bring those games back. Well, so that way you can profit money. So NVIDIA is full of beans. NVIDIA GeForce Now, it's already... Not to mention the fact that all the games, the games that they are supported, you can't even use a controller. How pathetic is that? You're making me paying $5 a month, but I can't even use a controller. I have to use a mouse and keyboard on certain games. And then the game that you have, you don't know how long it's going to stay there. Like Doom, I was able to play a Doom beginning of last week. And guess what? The next morning, Doom is not there anymore. You cannot play it. Same thing can happen with Rainbow Six Siege. Once the Uplay Plus goes to exclusively to Google Stadia, guess what? Can't play Assassin's Creed. And once you can't play Ubisoft games on there, guess what? Then it's a checkmate for GeForce Now, for NVIDIA. Seriously, then it's just pointless. Right now it's becoming pointless. And when they pull all those other games out, which they will, guess what? It's gonna be totally pointless. Everybody's waving NVIDIA flag. Like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? NVIDIA wants to profit some easy money. Well, that's not how it works, NVIDIA. That's not how it works in this real life. Okay? Nobody's in business for charity. People want to make money. Companies want to make money. That's the way it is. I didn't create this world. I just happen to live in it. But NVIDIA doesn't seem to understand that. Or they do understand that, but they're just willing to roll the dice. And now they're paying price for it. It's really a stupid strategy. You had how many? 1 million subscribers? I guarantee you now you're dropping down to 500,000. Maybe even to 250,000. So this is why I'm sticking with Google Stadia. And another thing I want to say about Google Stadia, these games are tailor-made to work specifically with Google. You know, when you purchase these games, they're supposed to work perfectly with Google Stadia. So anyway, just a quick video. Just want to let you know that I haven't canceled mine. I have been charged $10 a month, and I'm gonna stick around with the ship, Google Stadia vessel, and if it goes down, it goes down, and I'll go down with it. But at least I'll be able to tell you, hey, I was there, I tried it, I experienced it, and it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Let me know your opinions. Put it down below. And please do remember, they're just your opinions. It doesn't mean that you are wrong, nor does it mean you are right. It just means that it's your opinion. But please don't force your opinions onto other people. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Don't expect people to agree with you, because they will not agree with you. It's just the way it is. Okay? So, having said that, I'll see you guys. There might be a football manager coming in. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe tonight. Have a good one, guys. Take care.